Hey everybody, before we start the stream, make sure that you are following me so that you can get more of my awesome content and join the Discord to voice chat with me. But don't worry, you won't be recorded. And make sure to go check out my reviews over on YouTube. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you are one of those rare people that like to read, you can find my after action reports on my blog. And if you are interested, you can get some of my merch from my spring store. The links for everything are in my About section down below. Alright, hello everyone and welcome. I'm Mike and with me today is...
Loremaster Brian.
Alright, actually, can you say that again just so I can check the audio?
Loremaster Brian.
Alright, excellent. So, we're going to be we're playing Vampire the Masquerade. Now, this is not Bloodlines. This is the actual tabletop RPG. We have created our characters. There's some adjustments that we are going to make because we are creating what's called a coterie, which is the name for the groups when there's a group of vampires that fight alongside each other. If there are any issues with audio or video quality, please let me know, because when we do this this is loaded into Alchemy RPG, and when we do it this way, I have to adjust the audio really weird. So I'm telling Ellie to audio check, please. All right, so. We have ChatGPT is our storyteller because I want to play the game. I don't want to be a storyteller. So, and it's actually pretty cool. So we're checking that out. So say hi, ChatGPT. You are the storyteller. Just a moment here. Oh, I have to actually hit enter and then it'll do it. So I'm just looking. I'm going to open up the coterie rules, and we are going to coterie creation. I have the core book right here, and then here is ChatGPT.
The storyteller is present. Whenever you're ready to step into the night, we begin.
All right, and you can hear that, okay, Loremaster Brian?
Yes, I can.
All right, so. We have some choices. We have basically we need a about the Haven, because that's what we're gonna have to change on our character sheets as well, because we created our character separately and now we need to like adjust it for the Haven thing. Okay, let me see. Okay, storyteller, we need to make some adjustments to the character sheets. I don't want you to update the character sheets at all. I will do them manually, but we do need some instruction from you on this. What is as far as creating havens and how the havens work and any number of dots that we get because we're going to be in a coterie, can you give us how that works according to Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition? So we have a couple of different choices here. Basically, okay, let's see. Here are the Haven rules. Okay, I understand all that. When players form a coterie, each character may contribute their Haven dots to create a shared Haven or keep personal individual Havens. I would slightly raise the volume of your voice just because the music is loud. Oh, well, no, I'm not going to raise the volume of my voice. I'm going to turn the music down. That was what I was asking you about. Wait, where is the... There it is. I'm going to turn the music down. Who wants to do that? I'll turn the music down like this. This should still be okay. That should still be okay. All right. So basically what we can do here is we have a couple of different choices. We've got Blood Cult, Well, okay. So what? How do you want our stories to go? This is kind of what I was thinking, is that we have a group of basically our group comes together because there's turmoil in the city with anarchs, and this is just my thoughts, which is anarchs is like a dissenting group of kind of rebel vampires, and our sires, the people who created us, want to basically they got some vampires together that are going to consider disposable, that they can use to fight the anarchs for them instead of having to risk their own lives. That's kind of what I was thinking. But what are your thoughts on how you think, like how you want to do this? Because we have to have,
No, that seems reasonable for the opening session and stuff like that.
All right. And then how much time do you have?
Well, if we can go till 5, that would be almost an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, that's good. All right, excellent. Okay, so how many dots in Haven do you have?
I have 3.
You have 3 dots in Haven. Okay, everything's perfect. Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
let's.
I only have 1. My bad.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have any because of what is about to happen right now. So.
So I could have
Okay,
moved
story.
mine to more.
Okay, no problem. Okay, storyteller, so here's what we've decided. We're going to be a group of vampires that are coming together because our sires, there's some turmoil in the city, and our sires want expendable, quote unquote, vampires that they can use to fight off, as far as anarchs and any Sabbat that come to the city without having to risk their own lives. And so we need to, my understanding is that in 5th edition, we can take our own Haven ratings that we have so far, and we can spend, basically that it might be appropriate for the storyteller to give us extra points to spend on a communal group Haven. So what are your thoughts on that as far as the Haven part of it? Give me your thoughts, please. And then if we do that, you can take that extra dot and invest it in something else, or you can keep it and we'll just upgrade it depending on how many points she's going to get.
Well, because where do you move it from then? Up into the background advantages or whatever?
No. We just would all get the same Haven rating. Should the coterie, this is optional. So add their personal dots into the pool, or keep their private Haven separate, or give 1 dot each to make this. The sire's 2 to 4 dots act as a base, and you could grow the Haven from there. Why is the ruling balanced? Okay, let's see. Direct answer. Your sire gives the coterie 3 dots toward a shared Haven. Okay. We can do that. You want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so each of us is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then here's what I recommend. So put 3 dots in yours, and then I recommend. Yep, put 3 dots in Haven, and then I recommend. We can pick a Haven merit with the dot that you have put in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we'll take your 1 dot and say, okay, well then we'll do the Haven merits, and merits, and because 3 dots is actually quite a good thing here. So just a second. Where's merits? Oh, here we go. 179. So 179. All right. So we've got it. So the different merits for Havens are okay. So we've got. We don't want any of those. We have a hidden armory. Each dot in this merit adds a stand of arms to your Haven supply. 1 pistol and 1 long arm. We don't need that because we already have that. So you have then we have cell. You have a dedicated locked place to store 2 prisoners with a base difficulty to escape of 5. Each extra dot either allows you to store twice as many prisoners or adds +1 to escape difficulty. We have Watchman, a private security or criminal thugs guarding your haven, which is, we can do that, but also I know that you have retainers. I don't have retainers. You have retainers. So we could use your retainers could stay there. We can do security system, a better than average security system. For each dot of this merit, add 1 die to your dice pool to resist. Actually, let me ask this. A 3-dot haven. Let me just talk to ChatGPT here. Okay, storyteller, I've got some interesting things to say to you here. So a 1-dot haven is a small haven, but more secure than and private than the default. This would be a basement, apartment, crypt, locked storeroom in a warehouse. A 2-dot haven is good size, security, or privacy. Examples are a single-family home or row house, wolf enclosure at the zoo, or branch sewer tunnel. And then a 3-dot haven is very large, secure, or private. Examples, a compound outside of town, a bank building, a decommissioned subway station. So if you give us a 3-dot haven, do you think that that's fair for newly created vampires to be given for this type of thing going on in our chronicle? Just kind of considering the descriptions there, how many dots do you want to give us to put into a haven? Okay, so it's going to tell us. Okay, your premise and the role your side would play. Here's the clearest way. So here's what we got. So, conclusion. Haven is correct. Not generous, not overpowered. You're not princes. You're not meant to be comfortable. You're meant to be effective. A Haven 3 gives you room for planning, physical durability, secrecy, operational space. Let me see. Okay. So, given that, and by the way, try to keep your answers quite concise, because we are doing a live stream, and I want to be able to have read your whole response and everything, and it's just, don't get very long, okay, please. Because it's coming from our sires, can you just basically, you just tell us, where is this haven? Describe the haven. Obviously, it's got to be someplace hidden and stuff as described by the description here, but how are we doing this? Tell us the haven that we're going to be given. Because basically, we're not going to get a decision here. Okay. All right. It's thinking your sires place a quarter in a decommissioned subway maintenance station beneath the industrial edge of the city. Okay, here we go. This is what it says. Oh, this is such a... Okay.
Your sires place your coterie in a decommissioned subway maintenance station beneath the industrial edge of the city. It sits 2 levels below street grade, sealed off from the active transit system by welded gates and concrete barriers. No civilians pass through, no utilities connect to the main grid, and no one topside remembers it exists except a few aging city workers, most retired or dead. Inside, a wide central hall where old rail lines once ran, now cleared into an open operation space. 2 side rooms, one repurposed as a secure sleeping area, the other as a makeshift armory/storage. A bolted steel access door leading into the sewer maze for discreet entry and exit. A second exit,
okay,
a rusted service elevator shaft that opens into an abandoned warehouse.
Just a second, because she needs clarification. Okay, so just to be clear, some of those things, like an armory, would be an additional dot needed for a merit. A postern, which is a rear exit, those emergency exits, that would also be an additional dot into a merit. We're going to use 1 dot into the merit into a haven merit, but basically this should just be a subway station with like appropriate security level for a 3-dot haven. And then like if we were going to add a security system, that's a merit. Surgery is a merit. Warding is a merit. Luxury is a merit. Library is a merit. Laboratory is a merit. Watchman is a merit. Cells, hidden armory, those are all merits. So that should not be included. Anything from those merits should not be included. There you go. Understood. So here we go. Here's a clean, merit-free Haven 3 description. Here we go. This is our Haven then. Here.
Understood. Here's the clean, merit-free Haven 3 description. Your coteries Haven is a decommissioned subway maintenance station, stripped down to its raw concrete and steel. It contains only what Haven 3 provides by default. Very large space, a long underground platform with high ceilings and open floor area. Inherent privacy, sealed from the active transit system, no civilian access. Inherent security, heavy industrial doors, welded barriers, and a location no one casually stumbles into. No merits are assumed. So there is no armory, no surveillance system, no postern, special exit, no generator or power system beyond leftover emergency lighting, no cells, library, surgery room, watchmen, or luxury upgrades. You simply have one massive, forgotten, hard-to-access underground chamber, empty, quiet, and defensible by location.
Just a minute. It's really stupid not to have power, so let's just say all of those things, but it does have power. Jesus. Okay, and then so we have to decide what we want. So there's a library, there's luxury. Actually, that's interesting. There's warding, which is basically magical barriers, barring supernatural forces. It's got a surgery, one room equipped as a field surgery or better, add 2 dice to relevant dice pools, generally medicine. We can do a security system. By the way, these are relevant because the storyteller is going to have, like, they do roll for random encounters and stuff, so it doesn't have to be amazing or anything. I'm just saying, you know. I don't know, what are you thinking that we should add to the Haven?
Well, I'm not. Let's see, what would be a top choice? I'm thinking about an armory or a security system, or possibly the surgery, but I don't know how that affects us because of being what we are.
So surgery would help with healing mortals or ghouls, but actually we can use the blood to heal pretty well. So I would say we can do security system. I would do security system. So put security system under, then under your
Yep, I got it.
okay, and then just like a decommissioned subway maintenance station is what I wrote under the first dot, or it says like Haven. Okay, so then we're clean here. We're all good. Okay, so just for everybody's understanding, so I'm just going to go through. We've got to talk about our generation, our chronicle, our age. It's actually the big thing. So we're all newly born. Okay, we talked about this before. We're blood potency 1. I told you about like blood surge is +2, mend amount is 1, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, blood surge is 1?
so blood surge is 2.
Okay.
We already went over that though, right?
No.
Okay, so if your blood potency is 1, which ours will be, your blood surge is 2, like +2. Your mend amount is 1. Power
Yep,
bonus
okay.
power bonus is 0. Rouse reroll is 1.
Yeah.
Feeding penalty is none, and bane severity is 2.
Okay.
And then your resonance, I'm pretty sure it should be caloric, and then whatever your hunting style is just matches your predator.
Right. I already have that one.
Okay, cool. And then your health is your do you already have your health?
5. 5. Yes. I already have willpower, humanity, all that stuff. We just left
what
the
do you have
blood surge.
willpower? What do you have willpower as?
4.
And you have 5 health. Why do you have 5 health? Because I have 6.
5 hit. Oh, well, because of I don't know.
Tell me what
That's
your
what-
do you have a 4 point stat?
No,
Do you want one?
I have a 3.
You have all 3s? Like your highest is 3?
No, for physical, are we talking about?
Yeah, like physical, social, attribute, or mental, excuse me, your attributes.
No, I have a 3 in dexterity. My strength is 2 and my stamina is 2.
Okay, so just for your understanding, because I don't remember exactly how we did it, but for your attributes, you take 1 at 4, 3 at 3, 4 at 2, and 1 at 1.
Oh, what did I do? Oh, no. I didn't do the specialist though.
No. That's your skills.
Oh, okay.
So you should have
I'm
1
supposed to-
4, 3
1
3s,
4. Okay.
3 3s,
Yeah.
4 2s,
Oh, wait. 4 2s. Okay.
yep, and 1 at 1.
Okay,
And
I
then
gotta
ju-
readjust.
Yeah, and then just tell me what you changed.
Okay. Let's see. I have strength at 3.
Okay.
Dexterity is 4.
So I will tell you my dexterity is 4 as well. It's fine. I'm just with strength of
Yeah.
4 though, you would be the like mainline bruiser. I'm going to be the stealth assassin.
Okay, so my strength is 4. Dexterity is 3.
Okay.
Stamina is 3.
Okay.
Resolve is 3.
Okay.
And then at 2, I have composure. Yeah, the other ones are all the same. Manipulation, intelligence, and wit. And then my 1 is charisma.
Okay, 2 2 2 and your 1 is charisma. Okay, cool. And then just remember that your specialty for brawl has to be grappling.
Yeah, I
Because
have that.
because you're an alley cat, right? For your predator
Yes.
type. Yeah, it's got to be grappling because the free one that you get is grappling. So okay.
And
Um.
so how do we
alright, so then
generate
let-
health then?
Okay, so health is your stamina plus 3.
Okay, that's
And
why.
your yep, willpower is composure plus resolve.
Composure plus resolve. So that should be 5. Okay.
And then
That's
your
good,
hunger
yes.
is always 1. Your hunger is always 1 to begin with every night.
Yep.
All right. So here we
Alright.
go. Let's get just a second. I want to say punish those. Just a minute. I want to change something on my character sheet because it's a little bit different than I liked. Just before we get started here, okay, storyteller, I got a question for you. I want a conviction, basically, that allows me to kill people who break the law or hurt others, that type of thing. Can you give me a good conviction for that? I already have the touchstone. Because my guy is supposed to be like a justice-seeking guy, but I'm a vampire now, so I don't just want it to be like some mamby-pamby justice guy. I want it to be, I'm gonna kill people who do wrong. Okay, here's a touchstone. It's broad to justify lethal force against criminals, but narrow enough to be, I can kill anyone I think deserves it. Lets you operate as a vigilante. Okay, so punish those who harm the innocent. Okay, cool. Punish those who harm the innocent. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, so then the next thing that we need to worry about is our core tenets. Our chronicle tenets. And then our generation. So, All right, storyteller, we're about to start this party. So we need to talk about our generation. Can you give us a breakdown, kind of, or some guidance on how we might decide what generation we're going to be? Maybe a recommendation and your thoughts on how this should go. Our generation affects our blood potency, like our maximum blood potency.
Yeah.
So the lower generation, the stronger you are, but then like... So here's what it says. Anything lower than 11th is like 11th. Here we go. This is what it says.
For a chronicle like yours, we can keep this pleasantly simple and grounded in V5 logic without drowning in lore. Here's the clean storyteller guidance. Neonates embraced for dangerous errands are almost always 12th or 13th generation. Anything lower, like 10th, 11th, implies potent blood, rare embrace privileges, or political weight. All things your sires do not want to hand to expendable operatives.
Right.
Let's hit the generations quickly. 14th to 15th, too weak, thin blood territory, not appropriate for a combat-focused coterie. 13th, standard neonate, lowest full vampire generation. Disciplines work normally, blood potency 1, easy for sires to justify. 12th, still neonate, but slightly stronger lineage. No real mechanical advantage in V5 beyond flavor.
So,
Discipline growth is the same. Sires might permit it if they're older or more traditional. 11th, borderline privileged. Not something a cautious or pragmatic sire gives to a group meant to be disposable. Given your chronicle's structure, sires using you as a buffer force, not heirs, the generation that fits both theme and V5 balance is 12th or 13th. My practical recommendation as storyteller, 13th generation across the coterie. It keeps you low on the hierarchy, easy to justify as recent embraces, and mechanically stable. If you'd like a small nod toward, our sires are competent fighters, you can make one player 12th without upsetting anything. But the cleanest, fairest, and most appropriate baseline
I think that 13th is
all
fine.
PCs, 13th generation.
So,
Keeps the group
just so you
unified
understand, in the 5th edition, 13th generation, your generation is fine. It gives you kind of like a maximum ceiling. But the biggest thing is your age. As you age, you get power based on how you age, and then spending points and disciplines and stuff. But your actual age as the chronicle goes on, that's kind of the whole point. So, all right, so that's good. I would say 13th. I would say that's fair. That's fine. And then let's go with some chronicle tenets here. Storyteller. As the storyteller, you should actually just give us what the chronicle tenets are. Maybe if you could just give us 2, that would be good. What are your thoughts on the number you should give, and then also just give us them as well? Here we go. Okay. Here's what we got.
For a chronicle where neonates are thrown into the city's troubles as expendable shock troops, the tenets should be simple, sharp, and aligned with the tone of street-level survival, moral pressure, and the expectations of your sires. 2 tenets is the right number here. Clean, easy to remember, and strong enough to shape humanity decisions without bogging down the story. Here are the 2 tenets I assign for this chronicle. 1. Protect the masquerade. Your sires don't care how violent you get, but they absolutely care if your actions bring hunters, police, or mortal panic. Any breach is failure. 2. Do not harm the innocent. You're weapons, not monsters. You're pointed at criminals, anarch agitators, and Sabbat intruders, never civilians. These give you a moral boundary, innocence, a practical boundary, the masquerade. Perfect guardrails for a violent neonate vigilante chronicle.
All right, excellent. How old are we in our vampire years? How old are we? I mean, we can be 0. I just here we go.
Your sires embraced you recently because they needed disposable assets now, not protégés for the long game. The clean, chronicle-appropriate answer: you are 0 to 2 years undead. Old enough to know basic vampire society rules, understand your sire's expectations, have a handle on hunger and frenzy, function
So
as a combat-ready
I'm gonna
neonate,
say one. One is
but
fine.
young enough that you have no political weight. Elders see you as tools. You're still adjusting to unlife. Mistakes are expected and costly. It keeps you firmly in neonate territory, exactly where the sires want their expendable strike team.
Yeah, so I'm fine with saying 1, if you are.
Is that true age?
Yeah, so it needs to be your actual, like, your apparent age, which is you, like whatever you
Right.
want, you know, and then your +1.
True age.
Yeah. Yep. So it
So
would
true
be
age should be our undead as vampires, right?
yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
if you appear to be 50, you'd be 51. If you appear to be 20, you're 21.
Okay, so my true age is +1 what my apparent age is.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so I'm 36.
Oh, good. We're the same age. Just a second. All right. So then we are ready to go. If you're ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is add our sires and our haven information.
Oh, yeah. Marcus Hale.
Wait, your guy's name is Marcus Hale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's one of my guys' names in another chronicle. I didn't realize that. I'm updating the sheet stored in here so that way the computer knows what everything is. And because that's going to affect silent rolls. And then we'll play for about 45 minutes. The computer can save everything and then we'll be good to go. Okay, let me see. I updated your everything. I need to update my guy. Oh yeah, 1 second. 3. Can you, just a second.
Where's
Mom, I don't know where Mommy is. You gotta go downstairs and find her, okay? She's downstairs. Alright, can you update Vladimir Wolfenstein's character sheet with the Haven information that you gave us? And then we said a security system, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then also add a security system as one of its merits. Whoop, excuse me. A 1-dot security system. Alright, we're good. Okay. Let me go like this. John Bain. By the way, my character's name is John Bain.
Okay.
Just because I feel like that is a good name. Oh, wait, what the heck just happened? Okay, can you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I got disconnected. Probably because well, I know what, I actually know what happened. It tells me, oh, you haven't done anything in a while, so I've got to be clicking on stuff like otherwise it tells me, oh, you know, you haven't done anything in a while, so we're disconnecting you. Okay, punish those who harm the innocent is my new touchstone for Detective Elena. Okay. And then also add that Haven information to the currently opened character sheet for John Bain. So the Haven information you gave us, and then also the 1 dot security system. And I need inventory. That's also what I need. I'll have it do it later. Okay, good. Havens, location, description, merits, security system, space tracker. Have through not individually allocated. And then, what did we say? My true age is going to be 36. Sorry, this is the computer side of things. And the generation is 11. And that's everything that we've updated.
We didn't say 11.
What did we say?
13.
Okay, sorry, that's my bad. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. 13. Okay, and I gotta go to Wolfenstein. Vladimir Wolfenstein. All right. 13th, Alicat, Hale, okay, all of that. We got it all on there, and then anything else we'll deal with as we go ahead. And then I'll just open the gameplay parameter sheet for purposes here. Okay.
I gotta add it in.
Yeah. It's up at the top.
What do you mean?
The generation and everything.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to fix my feet in here.
Yeah. And then, by the way, if you're 35, your date of birth should have been 1990. I didn't give it a date of death. I'll ask it a date of death right now. Storyteller, can you just give us... So, we put our dates of birth as 1990, so we're both 35 with the true age of 36. But can you just give us random whatever dates for the date of death, please? And you don't have to update the character sheets. Just tell it to us so we can do it in ourselves. Okay. All right. So Vladimir, your date of death was October 14th, 2024, and then mine was August 22nd. Just for flavor there for your character sheet that you're tracking. All right. And then we're going to start the chronicle right now. So following everything that we've done here, and then also give us a name for the chronicle, please, so we can put it onto our sheet. Do not update anything, just give us the name for the chronicle. Okay, Shadows of the Third on the Third Rail is the name of the chronicle. And then whenever you're ready, we'll be on our way. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right, let's begin the chronicle. Set the scene for us, storyteller. All right, here we go.
Night settles over the city with the kind of damp, metallic chill that sinks into concrete and steel. Down below street level, 2 stories beneath the rumble of traffic, your coterie's haven lies in a forgotten pocket of the old transit system. A decommissioned maintenance station, carved out of stone and iron, lit only by the stubborn survivors of an emergency electrical line. Thin lines of fluorescent light flicker overhead, humming faintly like insects trapped in a jar. Dust and age hang in the air, undisturbed except for your footsteps. The station is large enough to swallow your voices. Long concrete platforms stretching into dark ends where the shadows don't quite behave like shadows. Welded gates seal off the dead tunnels. A single industrial door, your only proper entrance, sits at the far end. Its basic alarm system glows a dull red, armed but quiet. Up above, faint and distant, a siren wails through the city. Another trouble, another night. Your sires have summoned both of you here. No explanation, no warning, just the expectation that neonates obey. The lighting buzzes, the air carries the hollow echo of your breathing, and the haven, your haven, waits for whatever comes through that steel door. The chronicle begins.
All right, any question? Well, actually, I'm just gonna, because she's just gonna tell us as we move forward. Oh, hey, also, just, you don't have to give any real response for this, but just please note that we should be in New York City. New York is really good. Just go with New York, Dad. All right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, so let's continue on. Tell us what happens. All right, here we go.
The red indicator on the steel door flicks from steady to blinking. Someone overrides the outer lock. Heavy bolts slide back. The door opens just enough for a figure to slip through. Your sire's courier, a thin man with tired eyes, leather jacket, and the expression of someone who has seen far too much of the night. He doesn't step fully inside. He keeps one hand on the door as if he intends to vanish the moment he's done. He looks at each of you in turn, appraising you the way a contractor might inspect tools. Your sires want you active tonight, he says. His voice carries poorly in the cavernous space, swallowed by echo. There's movement. Anarch crews are probing the edges of Manhattan, testing response time, seeing how fast the tower reacts. He gestures to the concrete around you. That means you two. A folded sheet of paper comes from his pocket. No digital trail, no messages to intercept. He holds it out without stepping closer. Address in Brooklyn. Something's wrong there. Your sires want you to look, not die, but, well, a faint shrug. Do your best. Behind him, the industrial door groans, ready to close. He adds, almost as an afterthought, they expect a report before dawn. Then he's gone, the door ceiling shut behind him with a deep mechanical clank, leaving you alone with the slip of paper and the stale underground air. The night is now yours.
Just a second. Okay. And then also, please make sure to remember, always check the gameplay parameter sheet before any response. And then we also need to know what time it is. We don't need a big, long response for that. You can just say confirmed and then tell us the time. And actually, that's it. That's the whole thing. All right, so what do you want to do?
Well, we got to see what the address is so we know where we're going.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point, I guess. All right, it's 9:17, by the way, prior to midnight p.m. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's take a look at the address and figure out how far away it is. And yeah, actually, that's it. Give us the address and maybe a little bit of a description of the area that it's in, and then how far it's going to be to how long it's going to take us to get there. All right, here we go. Just a moment. And then please no response, just say confirmed, and no meta commentary. You don't have to say confirmed. Gameplay parameter sheet checked. You don't have to tell us that it's a concise response. Just do those things, please, and you don't have to tell us. Okay. Well, it's doing that. Because it said like, oh, here's the clear, concise response. It's like, I don't need that.
Confirmed. Gameplay parameter sheet checked. Here's the concise, perceivable information. Address on the paper: 147 Bridgeview Street, Red Hook, Brooklyn. Neighborhood: a semi-industrial block near the waterfront. Low foot traffic at night. Scattered warehouses, auto shops, fenced lots, and occasional delivery trucks. Streetlights are patchy. Visibility drops sharply between the lamps. Distance from your haven: from the decommissioned station on the industrial edge of Manhattan to Red Hook. Travel time by foot plus subway tunnels. Not feasible. Tunnels don't connect. Travel time on foot above ground: 1 hour, 20 minutes. Travel time by car: 18 minutes at night traffic levels. Current in-game time: 9:19 p.m.
All right. Well, we don't have a car. I guess we could get one or get a taxi. But what do you? I mean, does that sound good? What are you thinking? I guess. Wait.
Yeah.
Does one of your? Let's ask about your retainers if they have a vehicle.
Yeah, we have to see if Malik has a vehicle.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Do you remember Vladimir Wolfenstein's retainers? Would one of them? Malik, would he have a vehicle to drive us to our destination? Confirmed. Malik is a retainer too. Yes, Malik would have a functional car he can use to drive wherever you need to go. All right, awesome. Enough autonomy to handle. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So he has stable employment or income, enough autonomy to handle transportation, the ability to assist with travel, errands, and logistics. Yeah, fully reasonable for him to have. So you wanna? What are you thinking?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll contact Malik, and then he'll have him drive us over there.
Okay. Excellent. All right. So we're gonna contact Malik. He's gonna come pick us up and take us to the address. If you would, do a little bit of a time skip. We don't need to do a big, long, drawn-out explanation or have to go through multiple steps here. So we'll just call Malik. He'll come get us, do a little bit of a time skip, making sure to do any appropriate hidden rolls for random encounters or whatever, and then get us to our destination. Don't you love this thing? Like, honestly, isn't it pretty cool to be able to play without... I mean, I'm here. You don't see me with what I'm doing, but I'm like here doing things to make sure this works. But yeah.
Yeah, it's very wrong.
Confirmed. Malik receives
Yeah.
the call, answers quickly, and reaches the surface access point closest to your hidden entrance. The ride is uneventful. No heat spikes, no faction activity intersects your route, and no hostile presence moves in your direction. No hidden encounter clocks trigger. He drives you through lower Manhattan and over the bridge toward Red Hook, under scattered streetlights and mostly empty roads. Arrival time at 147 Bridgeview Street, 9:38 p.m.
Great.
All right. Excellent. So we're here. What's the deal? 147. He brought us to one. Okay, so we're here. I'll just have it. Let's see. Okay, so describe the situation we're in. What do we see? What's going around? What's going on? Is there any civilians around? Yeah, what do we see? By the way, the reason that it takes a minute is because it actually writes out, like I'm seeing it as it's writing it, and then I have to tell it to say it.
Your car idles at the curb along 147 Bridgeview Street. The air smells like salt water, machine oil and cold metal drifting in from the Red Hook docks. The block is dim. Wide pools of shadow sit between sparse, flickering street lamps. Most buildings here are warehouses, closed, locked, and silent at this hour. Roll-down metal gates, loading docks, and fenced lots define the whole stretch. The specific address faces you now. A low, rectangular warehouse with a cracked, faded company logo you can't read from the street. One exterior light over the main door struggles to stay lit, buzzing faintly. The windows are blacked out from inside. No vehicles are parked directly adjacent. You hear distant truck engines a block away, but no nearby civilians. The sidewalks are empty in every direction. Inside the warehouse, nothing moves, nothing emits sound, and no light comes through the seams. Time, 9:38 p.m.
All right. What do you think?
All right, well, let's go. Need to take a look and try to see how difficult it's going to be to get in, or if there's alternate routes.
Yeah, and just to let you know, I do have larceny lock-picking. I have breaking in for stealth as well. So basically, like I can get us in to whatever we need to get into. Yeah.
Well, we want to find a side entrance. We don't want to use that front door. That's too obvious. Especially even if the light's going in and out.
All right. So, what is your stealth level?
My stealth level is... Hold on, let me get over there. My stealth level is 3.
All right. So we're gonna, if we move together, we're gonna roll with your stealth, not mine. My stealth is 4, and I have a specialty for breaking in. So I can scout ahead, or you can come with me, but I don't know if it'll be that big of a difference because you're high. Like 3 is good. And plus, I think you have a good amount of dexterity too. So.
Yes, I do. That's at a 3.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think it would be okay for us to go together. We'll just my stealth being higher will be for when we want to get in a position to kill people quick and stuff like that. So.
And I got fleetness. Remember, in blink.
Yep, and I have the disciplines opened up too, so that way, if we have any issues, like whenever you say you're going to use a discipline, I'll open to it and make sure that we tell it. Even it knows what it is, but just to make sure there's no problems, I'll tell it what it should give us. So, all right. So here we go. All right, storyteller. We're going to go around the building stealthily. We're trying to watch for anybody on the way. We're going to see if we can see anybody inside through any windows. We're going to try to keep ourselves aware of any civilians or kindred or anything we can see. And we are going to try to find a side entrance.
Preferably something elevated up on if you're at the side ladder or something, up to an upper window or something. Otherwise, I can use my proficiency too to do a leap.
Yeah, and and just to let you know as well, so I have Cat's Grace and Fleetness. I have Silence of Death, which allows me to move silently. And then I have a Taste for Blood, which allows me to basically taste the blood, like any blood that I find, and I know a bunch of information about whatever it was based on tasting its blood. So, okay, so let's see. Yeah, and preferably we're trying to find if there's a ladder or anything. Don't change anything based on our preferences. I'm just letting you know that that's what we're looking for, some kind of way to get onto an elevated level so we can get the drop on anybody inside. And we can always ask it, by the way, to clarify the roles that it does. And I have quite a bit because I've experimented, and it does a pretty good job. Okay, here we go.
You move as a pair around the warehouse perimeter. Concrete underfoot, patchy light overhead, cold air off the water. No civilians present, no voices, no motion in adjacent lots, no visible kindred activity. Windows, they're all blacked out from the inside. No interior light leaks, nothing visible through the glass. Sides of the building. One metal side door on the east wall, locked, no light, no sound behind it. Rear of the building, a fenced loading area with a raised dock. The gate is locked but climbable. A large rolling door is shut tight, no gaps or visibility inside. Elevated access. A rusted maintenance ladder bolted to the northwest corner of the building leads to the roof. Stable enough to climb. No activity on the roof detectable from the ground. The perimeter remains still. Time 9:40 p.m.
Okay, just a quick clarification, by the way. Please just follow the parameter sheet's guidelines on when to tell us the time. You don't have to tell us in every response, unless that's already in the gameplay parameter sheet. I do not need a response to this. Just please say confirmed. All right, so we've got a ladder, and it's not raised, because I can read this, by the way, if you need me to read anything back. Let me see, ladder bolted to the northwest corner leads to the roof, stable enough to climb. Yeah, so we could go. We don't see anything on the roof. We could go up to the roof. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right, so we're going to get up on the roof. We're going to move stealthily, please.
It should be noted I also have an awareness of 3.
Oh yeah, she knows. She knows. I'll make sure that she knows. And then please note that we did open the character sheet so you could see the values and stuff, but Vladimir has an awareness of 3, and I have an awareness of 2. John Bain has an awareness of 2. You have a specialty too, don't you?
Well, mine's only grappling.
Okay, well you should have 2 though. You should have 2 specialties.
No, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Tracking.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, she was tracking it. She was already tracking.
You climb the rusted ladder and pull yourselves onto the warehouse roof. Nothing shifts, nothing reacts, no lights come on, no movement inside the structure. The rooftop is a flat stretch of old tar paper and gravel. Wind off the water pushes across it in long, cold sweeps. The building gives off no vibrations, no generators, no HVAC, no motion below. Your approach remains fully undetected. Hidden rolls confirm no hostile awareness. From the roof's surface, no civilians nearby. No kindred presence perceivable through normal senses. No sound from inside the warehouse. No light bleed from seams or vents. No camera domes or security motion lights on the roofline. Awareness applies passively only as sensory context per the parameter sheet.
That's fine. Just a second. And then just again, you can just give me a confirmed, no real response here, but please do not let us know of any hidden rolls unless we are negatively impacted when we fail. But for instance, if you did the awareness roll and we didn't detect anything, you don't have to tell us that the roll says we didn't detect anything. You can just tell us that we didn't detect anything.
So there's no visible way in from the roof?
Let me see. No kindred present, no sound, no camera. Okay. Is there a way into the building from the roof here?
Yeah, search for a way.
So no vents. Yes, there is a rooftop access. But it's limited. Walking the surface quietly, okay, sorry, here we go.
Yes, there is rooftop access, but it's limited. Walking the surface quietly, you find a single roof hatch positioned near the center left quadrant of the roof. Old steel, sun-bleached and rusted at the hinges. Closed. No light leaks from the edges. No vibration or airflow coming up through it. No sound from below. The hatch has no exterior lock. It's held shut from the inside by a manual bar or latch. Nothing else on the roof grants entry. No skylights, no vents large enough for passage, no open maintenance panels. The hatch is the only way down from up here.
All right. I think that I should go down first and just check things out real quick because I have a slightly higher stealth.
But we need to get, if the door is latched from the inside, we need to get the door somehow open.
Yeah, I'll be able to do that. I'll check it because I've got all of the. I've got, like I said, I've got larceny, which is basically breaking into stuff.
Yeah, I
and
know.
I've got, yeah. So and then I've got breaking and entering for my stealth specialty. So let's check it out. Okay. All right. So John Bain is going to check out the door to see if it's the hatch to see if it's locked. Try to check out and see if there's any kind of trap or alarm, and then see if he's able to disable it. All right, I check it. Let's see.
You move to the roof hatch. John Bain checks it quietly. What he perceives: the hatch is secured from the inside with a simple manual bar, no exterior lock. There are no visible alarms, wires, sensors, or magnetic contacts on the outside. No sound or movement comes from below the hatch. No heat bleed or airflow from the seams. He finds no traps and no security system connected to this entry point. The hatch is closed, barred, and silent. Nothing more.
Just a moment. Okay.
Can you do a skill check with John to see if you can get the somehow with your tools or something to try to get it open without trying to force it?
Oh yeah, I got this. We're gonna do this. Okay, so
Otherwise, I'd open the old-fashioned way, because
Yeah.
I'm the strongest of it.
yeah, actually, and your skills are so high that you could rip fences open and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what it says in the book. But okay, let's do this. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna check and see if I can unlock this thing silently. Please note that I have larceny 3, and with a specialty in lock picking. So whatever roll I have to do or anything, I want to open this thing silently and see if I even can open it at all. Here we go.
The hatch is not locked in any traditional sense. It's held shut from the inside by a simple horizontal bar, the kind that drops into 2 metal brackets. There is nothing to pick. No keyhole, no tumblers, no latch you can reach from above. What you can do is lift the bar through the hatch seam if there is enough play. You check it quietly. The metal gives slightly. You test the gap. The bar inside is loose enough that you can manipulate it with careful pressure, but it will require finesse to avoid noise. Silent legality check. This is a dexterity plus larceny action, using your larceny 3 and lockpicking specialty because it applies to manipulating closures silently. No rouse check needed. No automatic humanity or masquerade risk. Roll needed. Dexterity larceny specialty applies versus difficulty 3 to lift the bar completely and open the hatch without sound. When you're ready, tell me the dice results.
Oh, sorry. Dang it. Oh, no. Well, just a second. I gotta do that again because I need to roll 8. Yeah, that's fine.
How do you do that?
So in the center of the screen, there's like a little ankh. It's the big white circle button. You click it and it pulls up your dice. It's got I'm about to tell it because it did this a little bit wrong. So, all right, please just say confirmed for this, and then I'm going to tell you my dice roll. So I'm pretty sure in the parameter sheet it explains, and if it doesn't explain this, do not tell us the difficulty, please. And also, you're supposed to tell us the number of dice we're supposed to roll. So you're supposed to tell us the related stats or attributes or whatever it is, plus the number of dice we're supposed to roll and what kind of dice. For instance, roll 6 die, one of them needs to be a hunger die. Just give me a confirmed on that, and then also I have 5 successes. So those are the kind of mistakes that it's prone to, by the way, and that's not a problem for me to just remind it. So we do a little bit of stealth. All right, it's open silently. Okay, so if it's opened silently, then I'm going to, well, first of all, look down. Is the hatch just a drop or is it a ladder? And either way, I want to look down and see if I can see anybody in there or what I can detect. All right. Here we go.
The hatch
But she
lifts
does
without a
silent
sound.
rolls every time we do
Inside,
this
it opens onto a short vertical drop with a fixed metal ladder bolted to the wall directly beneath it. The ladder descends about 12 feet into the interior of the warehouse. You hold the hatch open just a few inches, enough to see down without silhouette exposure. What you perceive. The space below is dark. No lights on, no visible glow from phones, screens, or machinery. The air rising from inside is still and cool, carrying no scent of blood, sweat, or recent human presence. No footsteps, no voices, no movement, no rustling or shifting objects. Your eyes adjust quickly. The floor directly below the ladder appears to be a narrow catwalk that runs along an interior wall. Standard maintenance access, rather than a full second level. From your angle, you see only this small section of the catwalk and darkness beyond it. No threats, no silhouettes,
What
no
is happening
immediate signs
here,
of
then?
occupants.
All right. What are you going to do?
Does it go two? Did it say it goes two directions or only one?
Just view enough to see down. Okay, space below is dark with no light. The rising from inside is cool. 1 second. Okay, so it opens onto a short vertical drop with a fixed metal ladder bolted to the wall directly beneath it. The ladder descends about 12 feet into the interior of the warehouse. I'll ask it right now. Does the ladder, like once the ladder reaches that
Catwalk.
that catwalk, does it go 2 directions, 3 directions, or just, you know, are we at like one end of it and it goes one direction? Because it even, by the way, I even had it right. I've have rules written in there about if we need to split up. Like it has rules about that.
The ladder drops straight down to the narrow catwalk. Once you reach that level, the walkway runs in 2 directions only. Left disappears into darkness along the warehouse's north wall. Right follows the east wall toward what sounds like more open space, but no movement or light is present. You are at one end. The hatch opens onto the far corner of the catwalk, so it extends only left and right, not behind you.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll go in then. Do you want to go left and I go right, or do you want to go together? Like, what are you thinking?
No, first you go down. Yeah, if you're gonna go down and do, yeah, you do right, and then I'll follow down shortly after, and then go to the opposite direction to see what we can
All right.
observe.
I got you. All right. All right. So John Bain is gonna move down, and I'm gonna go right. He's gonna do that stealthily. Kind of observing anything that he can see, and that's what we're going to do for now. Here we go.
John Bain descends first. His boots touch the narrow metal catwalk with no echo beyond a soft metallic tick, sound swallowed quickly by the open dark below. Nothing reacts, no change in the air, no shift in the building. The warehouse remains still. He moves right, following the wall. Each slow step tests the metal grating. No vibration from the structure, no sound from deeper inside, no movement across the open warehouse floor beneath him. The space he walks above feels large, hollow, and empty, but not recently disturbed. From his vantage, the catwalk continues toward the far corner. Below him, shapes of stacked pallets and old shipping crates, all covered in dust. No figures. No lights, no silhouettes, no scent of mortals or fresh blood. The interior remains silent.
All right, that's what we got.
All right. Well, then Vlad is going to move down the ladder stealthily and go the opposite direction and observe that way.
All right, so Vlad is going to go down the ladder stealthily and go left and observe everything that's going on that way as he moves down the catwalk.
Vlad descends the ladder with controlled, silent movement. His boots meet the metal grating without carrying sound beyond what the structure naturally absorbs. He moves left along the catwalk. What Vlad perceives as he advances, the catwalk stretches into deeper darkness, hugging the wall. No motion below him, no changes in light, no sound beyond the soft, hollow ambience of an empty warehouse. The air remains cool and undisturbed. Crates and pallets on the warehouse floor appear untouched, layered with settled dust. No figures, no silhouettes, no heat shimmer, no scent of fresh blood. The structure beneath him remains still. Nothing reacts to his movement.
All right, okay. Just a second, I'm gonna ask you a question. So, is the whole building that we can see just empty? Like, are there any other entrances or exits? So we were sent here because something was happening here. We got here, there's no one here. The whole building is empty as far as we can see. So can you just tell us, like, I'm not really even asking for a hint, I'm just saying, do we see anything that indicates any way that we should be going or things we should be checking out? What's cool though is that it has a plan. Like, as soon as I told it to start the chronicle, it wrote an entire like storyline, at least an outline for the story of the chronicle. So this is actually pretty, yeah, cool. So let's see what it says.
You survey the warehouse interior carefully from both sides of the catwalk. Your senses, the lighting, and raw perception limits all apply. Here is exactly what you can perceive. Nothing more, nothing less. What the warehouse shows you. The entire visible floor area appears undisturbed. Crates, pallets, dust layers, no footprints, no drag marks. No movement on the ground level. No sound of breathing, shifting, walking, or speech. No scent trails, indicating fresh mortal or kindred activity. No flicker of light or hidden glow from electronics or devices. No signs of a recently opened door. No heat or airflow drifting upward from below. Entrances, exits you can see from your elevated positions. The main warehouse door at the front closed.
Okay.
The side steel door you found earlier. The loading dock door at the rear shut. No open windows, no obvious gaps, no ajar doors. The roof hatch, which you opened, your only non-standard entry point. Clarity
Okay.
Right, well.
information limit rule. You see no direct indicators of where to go or what triggered your assignment. The scene presents as empty, undisturbed, and abandoned. At this moment, nothing in your direct sensory range points you toward a next step inside the warehouse.
Well, that means that we're gonna have to go down.
Yeah.
Is there any way off of this catwalk without just jumping down?
Let me see. Well, are you afraid of taking damage or something? Because I'm pretty sure that we could just jump down.
No, I'm not. The noise factor is what I'm looking at. Because we can't see any crates, because maybe there's some crates or something that might be of interest, or...
Yeah.
So, I'm going down now.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay. So, is there a way for us to get off of this catwalk without having to jump down? Because we want to get down stealthily. One second, it's rolling here.
Yes, you can get down without jumping. As you move along the catwalk and scan its length, you see 2 viable descent points within the warehouse interior. 1. Fixed maintenance ladder, south wall, metal, bolted to the wall, descends straight to the warehouse floor, no sound from below, no visible obstruction, easily reachable on foot from your current positions. 2. Loading dock stair set, far rear, west end, a narrow metal stairway leading from the catwalk down to the loading dock area. Standard warehouse design, also silent and undisturbed, offers good stealth if you move slowly. Both routes allow a quiet, controlled descent to ground level.
Let me ask you
No
real
jump
quick.
required.
All right, so you just named 2 different ways off this catwalk. Can you tell us which of our which character is closest to which of these exits off the catwalk, just so we have a good orientation? All right, so I went right. So I'm near the loading dock stair.
You're both oriented on opposite ends of the same elevated platform. So here's the exact spatial layout. John Bain went right. He is closest to the loading dock stair set that descends to the ground level at the rear of the warehouse. It's roughly 20 to 25 feet ahead of him along the catwalk. Vladimir Wolfenstein went left. He is closest to the fixed maintenance ladder mounted on the south wall. It's about 15 feet ahead of him along his side. Both descent points are reachable quietly, and neither requires jumping or risky movement.
All right, I would say, I mean, we can both descend at the same time. I don't think it's...
Yeah,
Nope. Yeah.
that's probably just as because you might want to descend on your point and check to see if there's been any recent activity on the door, the dock door, to see if it's been opening and closing for loading. Watch
Yeah.
the ground for any of that stuff, and I'll go down the ladder.
Yeah, and just to let you know as well, I do have high investigation, so that actually, yeah, that works. I've got 3 investigations, so...
Okay, I only have 1, but
Okay. Okay, so John Bain is going to go down the door, down the stairs, and he's going to check that door and see if there's been any evidence of movement or anything, whatever he can find. Please realize that he does have an investigation rating of 3. And so then Vladimir is going to go down the ladder, and he's going to scan and kind of check what he can see around him from there.
John Bain moves down the metal stairs silently. He reaches the rear loading dock door, a heavy steel roll-down with a smaller personnel door set into the frame. He checks the area carefully using his natural senses and investigation training. What he observes? The floor here is undisturbed. Dust on the concrete is unbroken, no recent footprints or drag marks. The door's metal handle shows no smudges or fresh contact, no light leaks from the seams, no airflow. No scent of recent passage. Hinges appear old but intact. No sign of recent use, entry, or exit. Vladimir descends the south wall ladder with equal silence. From the warehouse floor, he gains a clearer angle across the open interior. He sees rows of old crates and pallets coated evenly in dust. No footprints between them. No disturbed surfaces. No shadows moving. No sound beyond the faint hum of distant city infrastructure. No visible doors beyond those already identified. Main door, side door, loading dock door. Nothing appears disturbed. Nothing appears recently touched. Nothing appears occupied.
Okay.
it's weird. Well, there's some crates. I guess I would. I'll move over and check the crates to see what they're labeled or whatever.
Yeah.
Is there any crates by you?
I'll check. I'm gonna tell it that I'm gonna start doing a sweep as well. Of just, if you're gonna check the crates, I'm just gonna start going around the building silently, trying to see, without if anybody's hidden, not hearing us. But I'm just gonna do like a general sweep because this is So Vladimir is gonna start investigating the crates. He wants to go over and look and see, if there's any labels, any indication of anything interesting in them. And or if there's been disturbed, and then John Bain is going to. We're all going to stay silent here, moving around silently. But I'm going to do just like a general sweep around the building, because we haven't found anything, so we got to figure this whole thing out. Okay. John searching interior. All right. I think we might need to ask for a hint
Vladimir,
here. Something.
crate investigation. Vladimir moves among the crates silently. His eyes adjust fully now that he's on the warehouse floor. What he observes directly: the crates are old, coated in even, undisturbed dust. No footprints approach or leave them. Labels, where present, are sun-bleached shipping stickers from years ago. Generic freight codes, no company names still readable. No pry marks. No displaced lids. No scent trail of blood, sweat, or
I think
recent
this might
kindred
not be the
activity.
place. Like, it might be
Surfaces
outside,
show
I
zero
guess.
disturbance. No smears, no pressure changes, nothing moved recently. Nothing in this area has been touched in a long time. John Bain, perimeter sweep. John sweeps the interior perimeter silently, hugging shadows. He perceives. All walls, corners, and access points appear undisturbed. The side door you observed earlier is closed and shows no signs of use. The main warehouse door is sealed and dusted over at the bottom edge, no recent opening. The loading dock area remains as before. No tracks, footprints, or touch marks. No hidden alcoves or secondary rooms besides the obvious structural spaces. No heat sources, no moving air, no sound beyond distant city hum. Every direct observation reinforces the same truth. Nothing in this warehouse has been touched recently. Nothing moved, nothing passed through, nothing fled. The space remains empty, dark, and still.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just... Alright, Storyteller, this is the first time that we've done a chronicle with Vladimir and John Bain here together. Can you just... is there nothing in this warehouse? Are we supposed to be checking out something going on outside? Because everything is empty here. We don't want to slow down gameplay so much. To keep checking out this warehouse. So. All right, here we go. Yeah, basically. So yeah, okay, so nothing is here. Just a second, I'm looking at what it's saying. Okay, so basically it's saying that we need to be outside. So there's nothing in this warehouse. We don't have to worry about sneaking around here anymore. I would say, you want to go for like another 10 minutes, see if we can finally discover what's going on, and then maybe we'll call it quits there.
Yeah,
and then,
Paul.
Yeah.
And then save at that point. Yeah. So we might as well. Well, you have a cell phone, so I hope.
Yeah, we have phones.
Yeah, I do.
You have a burner phone.
Yeah. Because if we're watching the front, Malik was still out there. He can just observe. I'll call him and tell Malik to let us know if he sees anything from the front, and then we can go and maybe check the back end.
Or drive around.
Yeah, have him drive around and look.
Okay. All right, so we didn't find anything in the warehouse. That's fine. Let's call Malik. So Vladimir is going to call Malik, his retainer. He's going to tell him to drive around, be watching around and seeing if he sees anything around as we do this. No engagement needed, just seeing if he sees maybe a group or if he sees anybody suspicious. So, because then once we figure out what it is, we can say, okay, we're going to deal with it next session. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Malik answers immediately. You instruct him to circle the surrounding blocks, quietly, slowly, eyes open, and report anything unusual. Groups gathering, individuals acting strangely, vehicles lingering, anyone watching the warehouse or the street. He acknowledges, voice steady and professional. A few minutes later, as he loops around the first perimeter. Nothing yet. Streets are dead. No foot traffic, no cars parked long, nobody casing the building. I'll keep moving. He widens the circle, scanning intersections, alleys, and nearby loading yards. The immediate area remains quiet. No contacts, no suspicious activity, no vehicles slowing near the warehouse, no figures on rooftops or corners. Malik continues his sweep.
Just a second. Okay, well, if he is driving around looking, then what we're going to do is we're going to go out of the warehouse. We don't need stealth right now. Let's just walk around in the area inside, because there's like the area that is the road, obviously the block, and then there's kind of like the interior of what the block is. Let's walk around there, see if we can, well, I guess we should stay in stealth. Let's stealthily kind of move around and see if we can hear anything or spot anything suspicious going on. What is going on here? This thing is actually really good at writing the stories as far as what I've been reading or what I've been doing so far. So this actually is a little bit of a mystery. Like, I'm wondering. Oh, man.
You leave the warehouse and slip into the open space between buildings, moving silently and staying low, following the stealth synchronization rules. The block is arranged in a rough rectangle of warehouses, fenced lots, and narrow service alleys. Sodium streetlights cast long, broken shadows across cracked asphalt. The wind carries salt and diesel from the Red Hook waterfront. Your movement is quiet. What you perceive during the sweep. No civilians walking the streets. No vehicles parked long-term or idling nearby. No one watching from corners, alleys, or rooftops. No sound of footsteps, voices, or movement in the adjacent buildings. No broken fences, footprints, recently disturbed trash, or signs of someone fleeing the area. No scent traces indicating recent mortal passage or kindred activity within immediate smell range. The surrounding warehouses appear just as dormant as the one you investigated. The entire block feels abandoned and undisturbed, with no perceivable activity suggesting hostility, surveillance, or recent presence. The sweep yields no suspicious sights, sounds, or scents.
So I'll be honest with you. I think that we were sent here as a decoy, not a decoy. I think that whatever information we got might have been for us to go here and not where the actual thing is. I'm gonna say that we need to call whoever our contact is to reach our sires and just say there's nothing here.
Yeah, because it's a waste of time.
Yeah. All right, so there's nothing here. We're trying to figure out, is this the right place? Is the information wrong? Were we sent here so that way as distract us from something else actually going on? So I'm going to call whoever our contact is for our sires, and we need to just let whoever that contact is know this place is abandoned. There's nothing here. All right. All right.
You call the courier, the same contact your sires used to brief you tonight.
Huh.
He answers quickly, his tone flat and businesslike. Report. You tell him the truth. The warehouse is empty, undisturbed, abandoned, and shows no signs of recent use by mortals or kindred. Nothing indicates a threat, meeting, movement, or intrusion. There's a brief pause on the line, muted frustration or confusion, but controlled. Stay where you are. Another pause as he checks something off-screen. Then, your sires say that's the correct address. If it's empty, then someone moved, or something changed faster than expected. A beat. Do not leave the area yet. They want you to sweep the immediate surroundings. Something out there triggered the alert. He disconnects. You remain on the block, the night still, the building silent, Malik circling nearby.
I don't know, what do you think?
Well, yeah, we can still sweep the area, and everything, but I'd say let's pause it here so we have a good reference point.
Yeah. All right.
Sweep.
Yeah, and then I will, so the way that this works is I've got this thing called the Chronicle sheet, and I will have it update everything in the Chronicle sheet, and like it'll have us exactly right here. Besides, we're gonna stay, if you see this, it's like a Facebook chat. You've used ChatGPT before, right?
Oh yeah, but just not anything fancy. It's all the free stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, so you know though, it's like a big long Facebook chat, and it can read it. Yeah, and it can read it everything, and then actually it's set to tell me when we're gonna reach a point where it can't remember the things that are already in the chat. So it can already see it anyway, as long as we don't leave this chat. But I'll take care of everything else, and then yeah, I'll take care of everything else, and then we're good to go. So all right, then hey guys, listen. So we're gonna leave it off here. This is because we're live streaming. We're gonna leave it off here. So right now, this is kind of our session 0. We have some other people that have said that they want to get in on the game. That's fine. They can a little later, and they're just going to be just a few. So the way that experience works in this game is that the farther that you go up it becomes exponentially more difficult to spend XP points, because if you look at the handout, Loremaster Brian, there you can actually see that it's like 5 times the cost for the new attribute. So if you're trying to get an attribute from 4 to 5, it's 25 experience points. You usually get around 5 experience points per night. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause you don't. Yeah. So it's like the whole thing is designed to be. You are where you are, and this game is more about the role play and storytelling and all that stuff than it is about like getting more powerful and building and building and building. So, but all right, guys. So that's what we've got today. Loremaster, if you want to say goodbye to everybody.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Yep. And then all right. So appreciate you all being here. I do want to thank you one last time. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. God bless you all. Have a good night.